15 minutes of fame radio.
Let's go! Yeah. The fuck is this? Sour Meats Twins.
DJ Status.
And yo, the Twins is here with valid topics and some solid discussions. Shining light on talent, the bullshit we're confronting. Sharing the news, comparing point of views and opinions. Staying in tune with the current state of the culture we live in. From sports to fashion, it's all about the craft with a passion. Life, music, current events, and main attractions. So shape up and get shipped out. We're here to forewarn you. Either get right or get left. Restore order.
Yo.
We live.
Yo.
We live.
We live.
Yo, well, I can't see. I go. Oh, there you go. Okay, I see him on the big screen. What up, though? We live.
Yo.
Okay, there we go. We live. What else going on? What's going on? Restore order. Y'all know what it is. It's Monday.
Yes, it is.
Sway 7 Ike P in the building. Back home from a great trip. We had a great ass weekend. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, we had great. We happy Father's Day to all y'all fathers.
Happy
and all
Father's
that.
Day. Happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there. To every
We had
father out there.
we had a great weekend, man. Shout out to my nephew, Little Mo. Know what I mean? We did it up for his pops. Know what I mean? He enjoyed himself with a different experience,
Rest
B.
in peace, Mo Clever. Facts, B. It was Mo's
Word to
birthday.
mama.
Happy heavenly birthday, Mo Clever.
And
Know what I mean?
Heavenly Father's Day, B.
And Heavenly Father's Day. Shout out to my brother Reek Bling, you know what I mean, for the hospitality. Had us down at Myrtle Beach at his crib.
Had a Stina leaning and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Let me give a birthday shout out to my nigga Uncasa. You know what I mean? Happy birthday
Happy
to my
birthday,
nigga Uncasa
Uncasa.
too. You know what I mean?
Word.
Shit like that. Word. So we definitely had a great weekend, man. I can't wait to do that shit again, B. But hope everybody else enjoyed their weekend as well. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Need a lighter.
Shout out to my sister Kat Feeney. I see you, girl.
I like it.
Kat Feeney is in the chat. Shout out to my man Louis
Oh,
Skaggs.
word?
Yeah, Kat Feeney
Cat
in the chat.
Feeney.
Let me tell you something. For years, as long as I known Kat, she been having this massive crush on Method Man. Massive crush on Method Man. She know I'm not lying, B. I even told her one day I'm gonna get Meth to say what's up to her. So when he joined, I'm gonna ask him to say hi to Kat, man, because she probably bugging right now. Like, word.
That's what's up. Shout out Cat Feeney, B. Long time homie.
Yeah. But you know, battle rap. We got matter of fact, fuck battle rap. We had a battle this weekend, all right. Shout out to Tank Javante Davis, boy. That nigga.
Yeah.
Shout out to Heavy Bag. Shout out Uncle Rod.
Shout out
course,
to Heavy
yeah.
Bag. Shout out to Uncle
And
Rod.
shout out Uncle Rod, the
Shout
whole
out to
15
you
minutes
too,
of fame
Hardcore
staff and
Flavor.
thing.
The
You know what I
whole
mean?
Breakroom crew.
Well, happy belated Father's Day to you too, Corey. You know what I mean?
New flame nigga. Yo, but shout out to the fight. Frank Martin, I ain't gonna lie. Watching his other fights, watching his warm-ups, his workouts, I thought he was gonna do a little something, but watching the actual fight,
Nope.
that nigga looked scared to me.
First of all, he was on the defense the whole fight.
Yes, he was.
He was backpedaling. He was backpedaling on.
He caught a couple good shots in the beginning, though. I ain't gonna lie.
That was all right.
Nah.
He caught a couple.
He caught a couple.
He caught a couple.
Shots in the beginning. You know what I mean?
However,
However, it seemed like
that
when
nigga
Tank
was
opened up,
backpedaling all crazy.
when Tank opened up, it got different for him in that ring, B. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Shout out to Tank, the good fight. Had him winning, but a lot of people was talking shit like it just might be his toughest fight. Nah, not at all. You know what I mean? So shout out to Tank for that.
Facts to Luke. That was a good ass fight though. Entertaining.
As far as battle rap this weekend, what we had?
To be honest, I don't know. I was so focused on the trip.
We were so
You know what I mean?
we were so zoned out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Fact.
you was well absorbed into the trip, yo. So anything, chat. What happened over the weekend in battle rap, chat?
Word.
You know what I
Oh,
mean,
yo, hardcore. What happened over the weekend in battle rap?
Nothing major. Just I battle had an event this weekend. It was nothing major. Nothing.
Yeah, this one of them light weekends.
Uh-huh.
Normally we be having a slew of battle rap to talk about, B.
so was it our battle event or some shit?
Yeah, shout out to my boy Lex Luthor, Team Homie. You know what I mean? Our battle is definitely one of the the leagues that's constantly putting on good events, constantly making noise, constantly putting on for his. You know what I love about our battle? Like we talk shit about the names we read on the flyers and all that, but they do really cultivate their own artists. Like they get their own roster.
Mm-hmm.
Like he may go out and get a Tay Rock, or a Geechee or something just to enhance his card or something. But for the most part, he always promoting his own people. And
He get a lot of magicians.
Yeah, this one was more like a his crucible guys. His you know what I mean his
tryouts.
The guy, you know.
Right.
The up and comer dudes.
All right. So, did you see any of the battles?
Being that they had an event this weekend, did you see any?
Man, fuck that. I came early. Fuck that. What happened?
Fuck all that. You came in early, Hab. What up, champ? What's goody?
What's good? What's happening, man?
There you go.
Oh, man, you already know it, family. Just being easy. You know what? Staying out the way, minding our business.
Yes, I'll be knowing.
Why am I going out all of a sudden?
Salute to you, my boy.
Live yet. What y'all got? How many more minutes before we live?
No, we are live.
Mine?
Oh, okay, we live. What's happening out there? World, what's goody? Meth
I'm having
checked in.
technical difficulty over here.
Uh-oh, that's me then.
Nah, that's Sway shit. He trying to get his shit together. What's going on, big time? How you holding up? How you been? Happy Father's Day and all that fly shit to you. You know what I mean?
Happy Fat Her Day, yes, sir. I'm like, how many more minutes? How many more minutes this day? 25 minutes from the crib, so we can get this shit popping, and then when I'm in the crib, it'll be a way better connection.
That's what's up. Either or, we glad to have you here, my brother. That's what's up, yo. Word. How? What you think about what's going on with your new?
There I
go.
Y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
We hear you.
What up, boy? I was having technical difficulty over my phone. What up, boy?
What's going on?
Salute to you, brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
First of all, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming on the show, brother. I appreciate you.
You already know.
I know you're a busy man.
I ain't seen P in a minute. What up, Ike?
Man, you know, I'm here, baby. You know, watching you get busy doing what you do. You know what I mean? Your endeavors and all that. Proud of you, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Salute to you and what you doing, my boy.
Yo.
I know you're getting a whole bunch of love right now. The new season of Power is out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
To you for
Davis
that,
McClain and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's going on? How you feel about it?
I'm gonna say like this. It was a great ride, man. We was lucky to get 4 seasons out of it, you know what I'm saying? And no doubt, I'd rather go out with a bang than go out with a fart.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
So listen, I heard that it was originally supposed to be more seasons than 4. Is that true? Is it like stop it abruptly?
I can't speak to that, but I can say that when we shot this season, we did not know it was the final season. So, you know.
Oh, okay.
Just for clarity, we found out after the season was shot, I say a few months after. Yeah. Actually, some people were privy. Some people was more privy to the information before I was. So, you know.
Right.
Surprise.
Hey.
Surprise.
Yo, so what do you prefer more? Now, you know me, rapping or acting? Let me ask you that.
I like them both. I like them both because you know I'm a creative. I like being creative, and you know it's just always something to do. Like I don't get breaks, and when you love what you do, it don't feel like work. So I'm enjoying
Right,
myself.
Yeah,
right,
because
Serious.
I
right.
So
could definitely.
I can't choose either one because I think I'm getting better and better at both, excelling.
Yeah, because I'm
Mm,
not gonna lie, from your transitioning from rap into acting, and you still do both very actively, and you're very good at it. It's not like you fell off in any way. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like you went to acting and you fell off with the rap. You still nice
Right.
on both on an equal plane, and that's very tough. I mean, and I commend you
facts.
for that.
Please
As a
tell these people because they have no idea, man. Like
man,
you
man,
can't.
listen.
I mean,
I'll admit it. You cannot do both professionally, and
mm-hmm,
I'm happy to say that I rhyme now because I want to, not because I have to, and that
mm,
gives me the and it gives me the option to have this career, this second act acting. And I didn't take it lightly, brother, and I still don't. It's at a
mm-hmm.
point now where I'm always studying the craft, I'm always practicing, keeping myself sharp, the same way I do with the
Right,
Yeah, because you're very in tune with a lot. You know what I mean? Even, like you're not outdated. You know what I mean? You're
right.
definitely not outdated. You're very in tune with what's going on. So
And,
that's dope too.
I definitely give you always give you the prop because you got a lot of old school rappers when they try to make a comeback, they don't really fit with the time. But every time I hear you spit a new verse, it's like you staying with it. You like you
Right,
ain't missing a step. You know what I mean? And
right.
that's tough to do for a lot of. So I
oh,
always commend you on that, B. It's like you still study the game. You see what's out there. And you like, oh, I could do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your
And
longevity is uncanny.
that's fire.
I
You know what I mean?
stay
'Cause
inspired, and I ain't gonna lie. I stay inspired because I stay around real ones that really spit that shit. Swave, no, he one of them. For
yeah,
real, he one of my
Mm-hmm.
favorites and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I
and just
appreciate it.
having that energy around you, it make you want to write more. It make you want to get better. It make you
That's
want to
a
be able to
fact.
Mm-hmm.
enter one of them ciphers and be like, y'all niggas heard that? Well, wait till y'all hear this
It
shit.
is right, right, right.
And the fact, what really bugs me out though is the fact that people think because you get a little bit older, you lose your skill.
Nah,
Hip
that shit
hop
gets sharpened.
is a mental thing first. So if your brain stays sharp, I believe your pen should as well. So it shouldn't matter
Exactly.
what age a brother is. What
Mm-hmm.
matters is did his pen progress with him.
Right,
Absolutely.
right.
This is why a lot of times when you hear like people from the 90s, people from my era and shit, a lot of us were just on some grimy shit, and that's what it was, because that's what we was living at that time and shit. And we
Facts.
still had our conscious brothers and things of that nature, but it was a lot of real murderers
Mm-hmm.
with deals.
Right.
And as we got older and seen the world, our vision became a world vision. So now you have to
Reminding
write
people who
to
some of
that
them
world
killers was,
vision.
though. Reminding people who some of them killers was, man.
What's that?
Reminding people who some of them killers was. You said, it was killers. Reminds the
No,
people
we
who.
ain't gonna say they motherfucking names and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
it was
you
a lot
jumped
of
in
niggas that
interrupting
was,
them. Let them
yo,
finish.
Yeah, like why
they
was
was living that real, they was living, some of them still is after the fact. But the point I'm trying to make is that when they progressed in life and they made it to be 50, to be an elder, OG, it was like if you're going to talk about that life, you have to tell the stories. You can't talk
mm-hmm.
about being in the life because you are no longer in it. But you
Right.
can tell what it was like back then, and you can tell it as a cautionary tale to anybody that's following that same path.
Mm-hmm. That's a
And
whole
that's
fact
where a
plus
lot of the
fact.
OGs end up, especially brothers that get incarcerated. When they come home, they don't, the real ones don't come home and be like, yo, nah, they come home with the mentality of, I don't want to see anybody else go through what I went through.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I'm gonna make sure anybody that's in my circumference will never have to go to jail as long as I'm on watch.
Mm,
That's a whole
facts.
facts plus facts.
Yes.
And the divide between the youth and the older generation, always been like that. I don't understand how that shit is, because even when hip hop came in, the older generation was like, that ain't music.
Yeah,
Right, that's
nah,
What they
that's a
noise.
talking about?
fact.
That
You
ain't
know
music.
that. Yeah,
They're
I
like,
grew up.
we don't need all that noise.
I had one of the mothers
Right.
that would so like turn that noise off. I actually got slapped for listening to this. To She Swallowed It. You know, she swallowed what? Like, you know, I got slapped for that. Like, shit, I ain't one. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, they
Right.
wasn't. Yeah, you right. You right.
So
And,
you look at it through that lens and shit, and you say to yourself, I don't like this new shit that's coming out. But then you had that epiphany, like, oh wow, my parents used to think the same shit about our music. So maybe I'm not listening, or maybe it's just not for me, or maybe it's just the point that I've aged out of the point to where I can know what quality music is today. Not what my quality
Right,
music was, but what
right.
quality
quality
music
music
is
is
today.
today. Right.
Exactly.
And with me, I don't write to compete. I write because I'm good at it. Period. I don't
Still,
do it to make songs. I don't do none of that. That shit, I do it because I'm good at it. And I
and
know I'm good at it.
it's the love is still there too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The
Why do
love is
you
still
think so
there.
many old men fish? Because they good at it.
Right.
Right, and I can't fish for shit.
I'm just saying.
I'm not good at throwing reels and shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
Putting
Nah,
bait
but that's
on hooks and shit. I'm
And I
not good
can
at that at
revel in the
all.
fact, that everybody that do it ain't as good as me. I love that shit. I love
right.
that. And that's how I'ma always approach it. I don't give a fuck who you is. Period.
As you
And it's
should,
no
as you
disrespect to
should.
anybody's legacy, anybody's fucking whatever the fuck they contributed to the game, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Put me on the record.
Right.
Put me on the record, my dude.
I
For
would show
real.
you
Yo,
something.
hold on.
I
But
would
that,
show you something.
let me ask you something. Since you say it like that, right? And be honest. Have you ever did a track with somebody that you feel like bodied you on the track?
A lot of times. Ooh, a lot of times. Man.
Who? Give me one.
JID bodied me on his shit. I love that kid because he's so eclectic and just
Right.
I just love that kid right there. I got to really think about the others because I did
Yo,
so many
you,
freaking joints,
you know
man.
when we went from funny shit about JID? Before I heard of who he was, right? Somebody had sent me a clip of him rapping,
Yeah.
and I've applied. Oh, he like a fake Kendrick, right? And he actually hit me back on Twitter like, "Damn, fam, I'm a fan of yours.
He a
That's how
real
you
one.
feel." And it made me go, you know what? And then I actually heard something later down the line that I was like, "Oh, nah, this shit fire." And I tweeted him back like, "All right, nah, this shit fire." And then he was like, "Yeah, I appreciate it." So I ain't gonna front. It kind of
I
made me
love
feel
that
away.
you
Like,
said that.
word, it made me feel away because I was like, "Oh, this is a fake Kendrick ass nigga." And then he was like, "Damn, fam, I'm a fan of yours. Like, this is how you feel for real." And I was just like, "Oh," like
Murdered you with that, right? I'm saying that shit is real, Slade.
But
That shit is real. That take me
it
back
is
to what
real.
I said about. Yeah, that's what that take me back to what I said about Melly Mel. It was like, do Mel know that people love him out here? You
Right.
know,
Right.
I mean, you could be aggressive with the people that stole from you and all that. And yes, y'all niggas was very instrumental in hip hop, but people out here love you. Some of the people you talking about really love you and respect you, man. And I
Right.
think he get it now and shit, cause he you know, Mel is a staple in motherfucking hip hop. Say what you want to say about him, the diss track he did. Say what you want to say and shit. That man consistent. He always
Yes, he
been what
did.
he was. He
Always
consistent.
been. Nah, that's a fact.
Always.
That's a fact.
So I give credit where credit is due and shit, but hating is hating, and that nigga used to be hating sometimes and shit. Love you, Mel. Shout to
Yo, they say
Raheem
that
too.
about
Shout to Rock.
a lot of the people from that era. They say a lot of them are haters now, B. But you know, I just feel like it probably was that era. You know, that was the extra. I think the first era of hip hop was the extra real cocky. Oh, I'm better than you ever. Like that
Yeah,
was when
and that's what
everybody
he
was
came
really
from.
trying to stand out,
The boys
and that's what he
era.
came from. Yeah. That
Yes,
was like, yo,
yes.
you like the old school Harlem world where Busy B and all of you, the Kumo D battle. The whole thing was
Right.
about who moved the crowd better at one point. You know what I mean? And
Right.
Busy B, Kumo D changed the game because he actually dissed Busy B. But Busy B was on some more in the throw your hands in the air. You know what I mean? He was on some more get the crowd hype
And
and
he
get the screaming
ambushed
type.
him. He ambushed him.
Right.
He aggressively ambushed him. Even had a line for him and all that shit.
And
So
all
what do
that
you
shit.
call that? You
Yeah.
call that tactical. You call that thinking this is how hip hop grows. I love shit like that. And
And
that's
listen,
where that
I
sowed
credit
the seed for a lot of this shit now, man.
I credit that moment. You know how I say it was that moment. In that moment, I credit that moment for how battle rap is now.
Right.
I keep it
Exactly.
real. The way we
Exactly.
go at each other now. You know what I mean? Before it was just about who moved the crowd better. Now when Kumo D did that, this motherfucker look at like, everybody was like, oh
Exactly.
shit.
I
It changed
agree
the
to a
game.
certain extent, right? Where it could spark the seed, but them roots grew so deep. Like, look, man, you come from that world, and anybody that rhyme a real MC know that the intricacies that you guys use in those verses have never been fucking. It's like seeing an acrobatic trick that you've never seen before, but you know what acrobats do. And these
Right.
niggas is doing acrobatic, like they doing flips you ain't never even thought of before. But
Right.
could have thought of, but you wasn't on that level of fucking thinking to do a flip like that.
Right. Niggas
Y'all
started doing
niggas is
Ramians and
incredible, and
all
I
that.
always give credit where credit is due, man. Y'all sowed the seeds for a lot of MCs staying MCs and not conforming to a certain level of entertainment.
Right. Right.
It was
And
like,
with
oh,
that
these
being
niggas
said,
rapping. Yes,
Right.
oh, these niggas
Right.
rapping.
and
Right.
with that being said, being that you said conform with all this new shit going on, like the newer
Mm,
generation of rap going on nowadays, you didn't even
mm.
conform to that. You still do you. Like, what do you think about this new generation of rappers right now? Being that you didn't conform to none of that shit. Like, what you think about that shit right now?
Oh, let me
Like with
get a
all
good
the
connection
sexy red,
first.
you got all the
Um,
sexy reds and all this shit out here now. What you think about that shit?
I have. Let me tell you this part of it. I'm gonna speak in general too. I have no problem with these kids having fun. Okay, like we can't blame them for the content they come with because it's regional, right? And everything ain't for everybody. It's always going to be that way. What we need to do is start pointing the fingers at the industry people and the radio people, as well as the people who are doing the streams and some of these podcast people that are drawing the line and saying this is what it is and all that other shit ain't it.
Mm.
Because there was a time where music was so regional that it took a lot for your record to even reach California, let alone the
Nah,
South.
dead
And
ass.
if you had one of
Word.
those records, you did your fucking numbers. You did your fucking thing. Because when you went to the South, you heard down South shit. When you went to the
Right.
West Coast, you knew what them
You're
West Coast
West.
records was.
That's
You
a
knew
fact.
them
Right,
shit,
right.
right? And
Right.
when you was in New York, I mean, come on, man. Niggas used to sit by the radio on Friday and Saturday because that was the only time
And
we could
wait for
get
that
hip
hot
hop
shit.
from 9
Yup.
o'clock until midnight. You had
Right.
Mr. Magic on BLS. You had
Yup.
DJ Red
Yup.
Alert on Kiss.
Right.
That's where I
And the
first heard
youngest
Children's
DJ
Story
in
by Slick
charge was
Rick.
Pete Rock.
Right.
Was that?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So,
You know what I mean?
so
Word.
we talking about this
And that's
shit
and
going
that
from that
that's when the radio
to
was good.
worldwide.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Now, there is so much hip hop out there. Why would you be mad at Sexy Red for blowing up? She threw her card in she threw her fucking name in the hat just like everybody else. Okay, you may not like the music. I don't fuck with it either and shit. But somebody fucking with that shit. So it's not for
OZ.
us to point
A
the
whole
finger and
lot
say
of
that's not hip
somebody's.
hop. Yeah,
Right.
it's not us to point the finger at her and say that's not hip hop. To who? Because where she's from, that's probably hip hop. And I'm not
Yeah, that's
defending
her
her.
form of
I'm
hip
just
hop.
speaking facts to power. period. And the facts to power is there is an agenda to have this shit in the forefront. And once it hits, it's like we want 1 million of those.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now you
You can't
seen
go
what
back to the
happened
other
when
shit.
Spotify was the lick. They had Spotify and that shit was the lick, right? Where all them niggas
Right.
at? A lot of them niggas locked up because they had 1 foot in the street, 1 foot trying to do the rap shit and do better for themselves, but they couldn't escape the street shit because it coincide together. So it's like
Right.
you in such a rush to be so fucking real that you ain't even real enough with yourself to know that you found your escape and you fucked it up.
Mm.
It's
Good
about
Crazy.
facts,
progression.
plus
That's
facts.
why the OGs can't talk that young nigga shit. They gotta talk OG shit. And you don't even know when you an OG. The young niggas let you know. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you go from being your
Oh,
block
facts,
They
plus
game
they
facts.
to
start calling you OG,
Unk and OG. OG
Yeah,
and
that's a
Unk.
fact. Right,
They
Right.
let you know. You don't
They
know.
let you
You
know.
be like, oh
Yeah.
shit, did this nigga just call me Unk?
Right. Respectfully. Right.
Right.
Fact. Hey yo,
Word,
What's
but
up?
you
listen, I
know,
got a question from Apostle that just came in through the chat, right? He said, who had the best verse on Meth versus Chef off to Cal? And is it true Cannabis battled the whole Wu-Tang at a music convention in '96?
did Cannabis say that shit?
I believe he did.
He couldn't have backed the whole rule because I wasn't there. If it did happen, I wasn't there. So I can't say
Right.
yay or nay. And yeah, Chef got me on that Meth vs. Chef, but I got him back on Meth vs. Chef Part 2. Nobody heard it though.
Speaking of
But
that,
yeah, I
I
got
got
it.
a
I got it
question.
all.
Listen, I got a
Okay.
question too. Speaking of that, because I debate with my niggas with this shit all the time. On Protect Your Neck, who do you think got the best verse on Protect Your Neck?
Ooh, it's
We go over
between,
this
you know
all the
what?
time.
It's you know what? I'm going like and y'all gonna probably niggas probably be like, what? Inspector Deck and Dirty. I think it's between those two. And the reason why I say Dirty,
exactly.
because y'all ain't heard nothing like that. Dirt was just sticking pins in your
Dirty.
head like a fucking. That nigga was dropping
Yeah, I
science on
always
niggas.
say Dirty all the time. I
I
think
seen
Dirty
it
had
all
the
the
best
time.
verse.
Old dirty
That's a
bastard,
fact.
yo. That nigga was different on
You
that
know how
shit,
many
yo.
arguments I get into over that right there? Niggas thinking
Yeah,
you
he
had the best
actually
verse
wrote that one.
or like you said, Inspector Deck, you know, the Spider-Man, you know, everybody always scream that's the lie. Everybody always scream when that shit come on. So
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of people always say Inspector Deck, but I always felt like Old Dirty verse was like, nah, you went crazy.
The reason
on
why I
that.
say Deck
Aesop got
and Dirt,
busy.
because when you hear a new record, if that first dude whack, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. You
That's
won't
a
even get
fact.
past it. It's like it's gone.
That-
And this nigga came in with I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe
Smoking
Frazier,
Joe
the
Frazier, the
Hellraiser,
Hellraiser.
raising hell with the
Hell with
man.
the flavor.
Who gonna
Yeah,
turn that off?
yeah.
Fuck, who gonna turn that off? That's
That's
crazy.
a fact. And that ever
Word
so
up.
that shit was it. That shit was it.
Yo, when I
Yeah,
tell you I love my dudes, I'm telling you I love my dudes, man. Niggas was acting grown before it was cool. I'm telling you, shit crazy, man. Shit
Right.
crazy.
What's up? And I'm
Yo, let
glad
me
that
ask
y'all
you.
all still communicating, have that bond, man. That's dope as shit.
Nah,
You know
that's
Yeah, I
what I
a
just
mean?
left
fact.
Ghost. I just left Ghostface.
That's
That's
what's up.
what's up.
I actually remind me of me and my niggas. We still all got that bond, like you know what I mean?
As y'all
We
should
thick
and
and
shit.
thin.
Word
Fact.
Facts.
above
Oh,
over
shout
30
out to
years
Ill Will,
plus.
by the way, and shit. That motherfucker gave me a Father's Day shout out and shit. Shout out to Ill Will. Illy Willy.
Shout out to that. Oh yeah, happy belated Father's Day, brother. My fault, bro.
Happy
Word.
belated
Word.
Father's Day, all y'all. Yes, indeed.
Yes. Yo, so I got a question, right? Hip hop head, Mr.
Yeah.
You know, legend yourself. Say Meth decided to throw a hip hop show like a festival or something, right? Say I said, all right, boom, I'm gonna throw fuck shit.
Mm-hmm.
Name 5 artists that you would book for this show.
Nah, it'd be way more than that, and everybody would do 2 songs, 2 and
Yeah.
out, and it'd be a playlist.
All
It'd be a
right.
playlist,
Fire.
2 and out,
Who
and that shit will
who
fuck people up. Just do your hits, get the fuck out.
So
who
10
would you
artists.
book?
You know what I
So
mean?
10. We go do 10.
I
So
definitely have my niggas from Duck down. It would be 2 from Smith and West. Rock gonna have to hold it down for Helter Skelter. I'm gonna need 2 from fucking the whole fucking I need Starang there. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You need Starang
Right.
Wonder there. That type shit. The whole
Right.
crew, basically Louis, all them niggas, Dog, all of them, man.
Yeah, they got right. Rest in
I
peace, Sean
Shout out to
Price.
them
definitely would
niggas.
need. I
Word.
definitely
Rest in
would
peace, Rock.
need Sadat, Jamal, and Poobah.
Brand new
Just
again.
come on, do just you know what I'm saying. One for all, give me that. You know what I'm saying. Come
Mm-hmm.
on, man. Just come on. You know what I mean.
Right.
Rakim, definitely the guard. Rakim, EPMD, Redman, of course. Definitely him. So if I got Redman, I got EPMD. I got to bring in Keith Murray. Have them do the Death Squad shit.
Crazy.
Shit. Oh man.
See,
I
this is
got a
my
ticket.
ever.
I
You
bought a
naming my
ticket
ever right
already.
here, my nigga. Oh, yeah,
I bought a ticket already.
My ticket
My
bought already
master of
type shit.
ceremony. My master of ceremony would be Dougie Fresh. My motherfucking DJs would be Kid Capri and DJ Scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I would have to get Common. I'd have to get Black Thought to just go up there do his Thug Thizzle. I would bring Onyx
Crazy.
back out the woodwork. Have them niggas do their thing. Oh Jesus, man, y'all trying
So
me
now
right
you
now,
know what?
boy.
Man,
So you know
listen.
what? We need to make that happen. Let's make that happen. I want
That'll
to
be
go
fire
now.
though, B.
I want
Word
to
up.
go to that showdown. That's fire.
That
And
should
then
be
I
up.
throw in a little bit of Tears for Fears. Let them do shout real quick if them niggas still alive. What? What? I got a verse to that
Tears for
record.
Fears and Toto. And Toto.
Nobody from
You
Queens
can't.
get no love on that card, Meth.
Nobody from
Shit, I
He
Queens.
said
forgot Mob.
Onyx, nigga. He said
Mob,
He
Onyx
did. He
already.
did.
Nas.
You're right.
I
He
ain't get
did.
a chance,
You're right.
man.
Nah, you
Mob,
said Onyx. You're right.
Nas. I
He
need
said
Hostile
Onyx.
too. Fuck that. Screwball.
R.I.P.
Niggas
the
thinking,
I just need
hostile.
yo,
R.I.P. the
Screwball.
hostile.
I don't be hostile. Hold on. Nigga don't know nothing about no Screwball, man. You fucking niggas
I
heads up
do
with
though. I
that
don't
one.
give a fuck what niggas
Who don't
know.
know about Screwball?
Nah, hold on. You absolutely right. We said if this was your show. So yeah, but you fucking niggas heads up with that.
HOSTYLE. That's them dudes who fuck with
With
me.
me, yeah,
Let's get
that's
this MONE.
so.
Come on, man. Come
Nah,
on,
that's a
man.
fire show. That's what's up.
And I would have Cass doing one from like Easy E did in that video.
I
Fucking with
noticed you ain't put none of the newer artists in that lineup.
I like some of the newer artists, but they ain't gonna mix in that one right there. That crowd ain't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that crowd will mix. Now, if it's newer artists, I'm gonna have to spend some money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. You can't get that much shit on the arm.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
That'll be a dope ass concert, yo. I would love to see that. If you make that happen in the future, that'll be a fire ass concert. I'll fly out for that.
Absolutely will. Absolutely. And you said you mentioned it. I know you cleared it up online already about the Summer Jam comment, but you know, being that we're talking about this gap, there is a huge generational gap. Like right now, I see it as well. You know what I mean?
You know what?
And,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I understand y'all. I noticed y'all was up there doing a tribute for Mr. C, but you know the Summer Jam crowd is just like that's for the. I feel like it's just for the super young. You know what
Well,
I
here's the
mean?
It's for
misconception
the
Demographic.
now. That's for the now. That crowd is like
Yeah.
for the now.
That's the concept that book based on the numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, that's
Yeah.
what it seems like to me.
Here's the
You know
thing
what
with Summer Jam, right? Honestly, I've turned down Summer Jam for years, and when this came around, it was presented in a different light, the way it was presented.
Right.
And when I saw the lineup, I was a bit skeptic as well. Then when they added all the other names and said it was a tribute to Mr. C, I'm locked in. Okay, I'll do that. I'm hip hop. I'm gonna lock in for Mr. C. And not for nothing, the crowd was saying the words with us, and it was just a different. It was. I'm not gonna say a different experience because I've experienced that at Summer Jam before. But it was just to a point where it was like I had an epiphany that day, and it was like, you know what? I don't think I belong here right now. Even though this is
Right.
hip hop and it's for Mr. C, I don't think I belong in this space right here. I equate it to like another OG. Let's say he just came home or whatever, or he go back around his old way. He's older now, and his nephews take him out to the club.
Right.
He gonna fill out a place, even though this is where he thrived at when he was younger. But now it's like, wait a minute, I don't think I belong here no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't mean that as far as I don't belong on stage, but just that Summer Jam crowd.
Yeah, that's a
You
different
Right.
know, it's
setting.
just something about, and I can't blame anyone at the end of the day because I knew what I was walking into, and I can't hold the crowd at any fucking or any malice in the crowd because they like what they like. I'm gonna hate them for liking what they like. That's stupid. I knew what I was dealing with and shit, you know, but I just felt like in that moment it should be stated, and I wanted to tell, you know, I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. I just know that I'm still learning the internet, and I didn't think that was anything to fucking go viral. I'm just keeping
My
it a
nigga,
buck.
the
That
internet
shit
is a
wasn't nothing to
monster.
go viral about for real.
Right, right. Now
Yeah, because you
you
Method
express
Man,
your
so it's like
thoughts.
your words stand firm. So
You
But am I though? Nah, I'm fucking with you.
you stupid. Nah, but you know the internet is a crazy place, and even I, as a battle rapper, I learned to watch my words or watch how I word certain shit on the internet. Cause niggas will like, you know what? You made an interesting point in a video before, and I remember seeing a nigga take a clip of something you said about
Yeah, and
fucking
that
at
was
Diddy
years ago.
party, right?
Yeah,
And then I
that was
remember
years
seeing
ago.
that, and I remember the first time I seen it, I only saw that part, and then I
Yeah,
saw the full clip when you actually made a point of it, and I was like, they
right,
actually did it with the clip he was making a point of. So that's the internet to me. Like I learned not to always believe or fall for the fucking okie doke with this
at
with
all.
everything you see and read on this shit. Like a
You don't
lot of
know
this
how
should be
Vince
doctored up.
came out though, because it's like that don't always happen that quick, you know.
Right.
And it happened pretty quick and shit. You know, people disputed that and put the real video up, and I was like, yes, appreciate
Yeah.
that.
and
Yeah.
I
you
don't
put
like
the
messy
full
shit.
version.
I don't like messy shit, and that was I don't know how many years ago that was. Had to be over 20 years though, at least.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
definitely.
less. Maybe less
Damn,
though.
it was that long. But yeah, but it's
Words are
still the internet.
powerful. Words
Very
are very
powerful.
powerful.
Very
Very
much so.
powerful. And then to go home along with the whole Puffy thing that's going on today, you know what I mean? They tried to add it on to that whole, attach it to that whole train. You feel me?
Right.
So
Right.
that's the internet. They try to make it worse by putting somebody with a name such as Method Man. Oh, he also got a, you know what I mean? Like it just, I don't like that shit about the
But you
internet.
could
That's the part
clearly
I don't like.
you could clearly see that the video is old because I didn't have hair. Had a
Yeah,
pencil neck, a little pencil
right,
neck. It was
right.
mine though. I claim it. It was mine though. And yeah, I mean the point is made that you know words are very powerful, and we come from an era where you know shit didn't travel that fucking fast. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And usually by the time you got it, the story was so fucked up you ain't know who to believe. Now it's
Right.
like you can't even believe what you see. So it gets
Right.
tricky. It gets tricky, man.
Yeah. So, Mav, you still follow battle rap? You still watching?
It's been a while because ain't no excuse. I just don't be on. I don't have time to watch anything anymore. I be knocked out. This grandpa shit suck. Nah, I love my I love my grandbaby, but
Man.
I've I've saw a few people excelling. But it's more or less like it's the OGs. It's not even the new cats anymore.
Right.
Like it's more requests for the OGs than the new cats. So we're seeing a lot of cats from your era still
Still
getting
kicking
work
ass.
and kicking ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Yeah.
fact. That's a fact. And I don't know what
And,
that disconnect is, but I think a lot of it has to do with what the young battle rappers are listening to
Of course. Of
outside
course. You know, there's definitely
of the
another type of
culture.
influence.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
outside of the culture. So I mean, you
that
know,
makes sense. That makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, and we
That
might
makes
not get
sense.
some of the references and shit because they may be talking some Nickelodeon shit, and I ain't watched Nickelodeon.
Right. I keep it
Or the
real. There's a
Dragon
lot.
Ball Z and shit and
Yeah.
all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Niggas,
watch that shit.
niggas be thinking because I came up in martial art background. I know Dragon Ball Z, but I really didn't watch that shit. And I learned a lot about Dragon Ball Z through battle rap. This
Through
is a
battle
fact.
rap, right?
Word
Right.
to mother. Like, a lot of
Same.
niggas say Dragon Ball Z bars to me, and I be lost. The crowd be going crazy, and I be like, yo, what the fuck that mean? And then
My
find out
question
And
later.
all
is,
this extra shit.
my
Right.
question is, what do a lot of battle rappers do after this shit? Or is there an exit plan? That's the thing right there.
That's a
Because
great
outside
question.
of who can I honestly out and I mean, even when Eminem was battling, those were battles. I ain't gonna front. Those were battles. So as far as coming out of battle rap and really excelling in the game, he's the only name that comes to mind right now. I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
there are others because I'm not fully aware of certain people's backgrounds.
And
But what
but
what really happens to a battle rapper after, because
battle rap.
hey, yeah,
You know, I mean, in this day and age, like for instance, you have Charlie Clips, Conceited, Hitman, they made it to Wild 'N Out. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So you got certain instances where I believe certain battle rappers who had that star power, nigga Easy the Block Captain was on the Bel Air. You know, certain battle rappers that got that star quality. I
DNA.
think DNA,
DNA
you
has,
know what I mean?
he's
He
done
was
some
on.
amazing things for himself, man.
Yes,
Amazing
he had.
things.
I'm
Shout
actually
out to
super.
DNA, yo.
I keep it real, and I say this. I probably say this a lot, but he's one of the battle rappers that I'm mostly proud of
Mm,
because I've
Yeah, we
watched
watched him since he
DNA
was a young
since
child.
we started in grind time,
right.
and rest in peace, my
Cali.
brother P. Rest in peace, my brother PH. We, grind time used to be divided. Grind time East Coast, West Coast,
Got you.
grind
Yeah,
time
I got
South,
you. Yeah.
and Poison Pen. PH was the president of the grind time East Coast, and then Poison Pen became the president. But we used to have these tryouts, and DNA was one of the tryouts at one point. We had a long line. I remember the long line we had. And DNA came to try out that day. My boy Amzilla, who became Team Hami, him and DNA battled that day. Amzilla was trying out. You know what I mean? And I remember DNA actually lost to Amzilla. And they went to overtime, and they both were freestylers. So I remember they had a sudden death round, and Amzilla actually won. And we had some strict rules where it was so many people that if you lost, we would say no. Like you had to go try out another time, whatever.
Wow.
And DNA impressed me so much that day because I was one of the judges. I fought for him. Like, nah, my nigga, I don't give a fuck about who else lost. This little nigga stayed. And he did. I made sure he stayed, and I made sure PH and Penn gave him a shot, and they did. And
Right.
DNA is where he at now. And that word to my mother, you can ask him this. I feel like I'm super proud of that nigga.
That's
That
dope.
nigga, that's the nigga I'm most proud of. Like, we literally watched him. I think he was like 15, 16 when this happened.
15.
He was like 15, right?
15 years old.
Literally
Young.
watched him from young
Grow up in this shit.
grow up in this shit.
And you
Facts.
saw something in him that you fought for. That's
I
fire right
fought for
there,
him.
man.
I was like, nah, PH, nah, he can't go. And then PH was like, yo, it would be unfair to all other people I turned away. Mad people want a second chance. I was like, I don't care. I don't even care about them. This little nigga is different, B.
That's dope. That's
Word.
dope.
And now look at him. Like,
Right.
he on Power and all that, on Raising Canaan and all that. I'm like, look at my nigga.
He popped that off like, dude.
My nigga, I'm super proud of
Yeah, that
him.
was fire.
And he come from grind time. Like me,
Yeah.
Hollow,
Yeah.
Seeded, DNA, we all came from grind time. It's a
Word.
fact.
Now, with
So
being
that's-
that he spoke about battle rap, and in the battle rap aspect, let's say in your echelon of things, what artists on your level would you like to see do battle? You know what I mean, like what battles, like say maybe actors or you want to see anybody like battle or anything like that?
I haven't heard anybody that can even match half the shit y'all do yet. I don't know many
Jada.
at all. I don't know any, especially in my genre. I don't know many, man. There's some that felt they was battle rappers, but they wasn't doing shit like I see on Smack, like I see on the Gate, on the shit I see on fucking Grind Time and all that. They wasn't doing that shit.
You don't think Beanie or Jada could do that?
I don't think Jada would step in that arena. Plus, it'd be probably too expensive. Plus, I think Jada has a lot more to lose than the person that he
He's
beats.
battling.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
Right.
more to lose because he's cemented already. Dude's like, it's like Shakur Stevenson. Nobody want to box him and shit. You know what I mean? And if you're
Right.
going to box him, it's just a sparring session, and you know. I just give Jada a lot of credit, man. That boy's so consistent. All of them, really, man. Sheik Luch, fucking Styles
Right.
P. What can you not say about the Locks, man? I ain't never heard division amongst them or them talk bad about each other ever.
All right. I got a question. So you know how you got a whole bunch of rappers that be trying to get into the acting field, right? Like out of all the actors you met, you ever met who be secretly having bars that we don't know about? Any actors that secretly got
Jay
bars?
Farrow.
Word?
Jay
You're the
Farrow.
comedian. You're the comedian. He nice.
Nice.
Yeah, Jay
Nah,
nice.
he rap. He
Jay rap, he nice. And
Yeah, Jay Farrell
Paige
good.
Kennedy.
Oh,
He was on
what?
the Upshaws.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice. Paige is nasty. He gonna love this shout out too. I bet you he find it.
We'll
I
make
bet
sure
you.
he do.
Word.
Paige Kennedy, you get busy.
Yeah,
Shout out to you,
Paige
Paige.
is fire. It's a few others I just can't think off the top of my head right now, but it's some dudes that they
That
about
we would never know.
I mean, I ain't know about Paige or Jay Farrell. Well, you knew about Jay though.
Jay Farrell.
I ain't know about
Yeah, I
Jay.
knew about. Yeah, I knew about Jay.
That's
You know who got bars? But they was just doing it for my battle rap show, Randall Park.
What?
Right. Y'all like, who that? Randall Park. If you seen him, you gonna Google him and you're gonna be like, get the fuck out of here, man.
And have bars?
Bars. Wrote his own verse and all that shit for the battle and slayed it. Asian guy.
Oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about.
He used to be on that ABC show about those Asian people. Funny as hell. Very talented dude.
Say his name again.
Randall Park.
Randall Park.
Park.
Wow.
That's what's up, chat. Look him up, chat.
Yeah, I bet.
Matter of fact, did he play Kim Jong-un in the fucking in the movie with Seth Rogen and
Oh, him?
Yeah.
He is hilarious, yo.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Bars.
Really?
Bars.
Fire. That's what's up.
Bars.
See, that's crazy. That's dope.
Come on, man.
And that's why I love hip hop.
Yeah, I do too, man.
There's really no barriers on it. I tell people, you know what? I tell people I've never been to a hip hop function ever in my life and felt racial tension.
Yeah. Wow, you're right.
Interesting
Never.
Right.
I never in my life been to a hip hop function and felt racial tension. Every race I see there, be there for the same thing. Like, we smoke weed, we listen to hip hop, like.
Right, we all do the same shit.
Look, Meth thinking like, God damn.
Trying to right now and shit like. No, but nobody will be in there like niggers.
That's
nobody.
What I'm saying.
What?
They better not.
Imagine the skinheads running up in the fever in the 80s. Oh
saying,
my gosh.
How many racial people like hip hop? Like if they love it, they know the struggle. They fuck with us. They any race. Like if they know hip hop, they know the struggle. They fuck with us. They.
There's probably a lot of Italians out there that love hip hop music, but really be like, fuck niggas, fucking moolies. Nah, let me stop that. I love my Italian people. I'm playing.
That's crazy though.
Nah, they got some of the funniest fucking racial, what do you call them shits?
Slurs.
Yeah, there you go.
The racial slurs.
Racial slurs this week, good as fuck. Word, man. It's like I can't even. I'm not going to go through it. It's so un-PC right now, but they got the best ones, man. The best one. I want to know the white man that came up with Porch Monkey. Genius. That shit used to have me cracking the fuck. Porch Monkey? Like, what? Where did that
Wait,
that was
like where
flavored with
where
hate.
that
That
come
shit
from?
that shit tastes like hate. Like,
that nigga was
Like,
whoever thought of it was a comedian. He just
oh my
wasn't on our side.
gosh.
He a fucking porch monkey. Like, oh damn, like
Yo, right,
he need his ass beat.
yeah,
He
definitely.
need his ass beat, B. That's crazy.
One of the funniest stand-ups I ever seen Dave do, and this is when they still had Def Comedy Jam, and I was in the audience, and I didn't know who he was, and he did one of his elaborate stories,
Right.
and this is how genius he is. We knew what the punchline was before he finished the joke,
Right.
but the lead up to the punchline was so funny, we still laughed at the punch. Was just
Right.
the story was about how they came up with the name, what to call black people. How did they come up with the word nigga?
Wow.
And look, just for all the people that's tuned in, go on your YouTube, Dave Chappelle, put how did they come up with the name nigga? Hopefully it'll pop up. When you watch
It was
that
on
shit,
Def Comedy Jam.
yeah, when you watch it, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Dave, he kind of
Tactical.
mastered that. He's very tactical. He mastered that form of comedy.
But you know who started that? I'm not gonna say who started it, but where it started for me at
Paul
was
Mooney?
Dick Gregory.
Oh, Dick Gregory, facts.
Used
facts.
to do the same shit, and he put so many facts in there that people thought he was crazy.
That's
They
a
still
fact.
think he's crazy. That man ain't crazy.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Paul Mooney
even
too.
Paul Mooney too.
Paul Mooney
Yeah,
did
Paul
it
Mooney,
too.
Mooney
that's
as
my
well.
nigga.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Big Mooney.
Yeah.
I met him before, man.
Yeah.
Very, very accommodating, cool motherfucker.
Word. He lived up here in Harlem too. He lived
He
in
used to
Harlem
live
for a
right
minute.
up the block from me for a long time.
Oh,
I
the
used to see
mother.
him. I used to see
Paul
him all
Mooney,
the
that was
time.
a
Paul
good
Mooney used to live
dude,
down
good
the
Bro.
block. That's a fact.
Grandpa from the Munsters, I'm saying my age now, used to live on Roosevelt Island, nigga. Grandpa from the Munsters. I'm like, I
What?
wanted to see that nigga.
Yo, you know what I seen recently, B? Online, I seen you visited your childhood house, B.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
Yeah, that was crazy, yo. The
Wow.
old dude that came, he let y'all in the house because he looked like he
Fuck
was
no.
mad.
Fuck no. And somebody commented like, you got to be a different kind of nigga to go to somebody's house at night. And I thought about that shit when we did it. Then I was like, you know what? Fuck it, man. You only live once and shit. And if the man flip out, whatever, I tell him put me on film. He got me on film and all that shit, so ain't nothing gonna happen to him.
Right.
And he was a nice man. He was a nice gentleman. He ain't let us in the house though, but he was a very nice gentleman.
I said he
And
came to the door, and he came out the door and stood there like, yeah, oh, you used to live here? Yeah, good, right. Like,
yeah,
I was
good.
like,
You ain't getting in this
They're not
motherfucker
getting
though.
in the house. Nah.
But his wife was asleep, you know, in his defense too as well and shit.
Okay, dope.
But I went around the corner from there to my old elementary school. Shit still there, of course it would be. Saw the playground we played on, but this is what killed it, right? There was this laundromat, and anybody that's young, we used to have to go to the laundromat. You hated that shit, man. And I used to have to go to this laundromat. Son, that laundromat was still there. I'm talking back when I was 5 years old. So I'm with my dudes, and I'm like, yo, we used to come this way and tell them about the laundromat. And I was like, they used to have this store right across the street called Hollywood. My dad used to send me there. Son, we come out the laundromat, the store right there is still called Hollywood.
Wow.
It's still called Hollywood. So I go in for confirmation because niggas could think I'm lying, whatever and shit. But I go in for confirmation, and I'm telling the guy behind the counter, you know how long this store been named that? He don't know he's Spanish. He don't know what the fuck going on right now. He's just like, yeah, papa, what you buying? You know what I mean? But there was a girl standing in line, older chick, and she was like, yes, it's been called Hollywood since I was born here. So yeah, it's been Hollywood since I've been here. And I was like, yo, since I was 5, 6 years old, this store been called Hollywood. And there was a Chinese restaurant right next door. We stepped outside. The Chinese restaurant was still there, Lord. Still there.
Where was that at? That was
Long Island, Hempstead. Yeah.
Wow.
On the Hills. It's called the Hills. It's right down the block from South Franklin, which is another elementary school, which is right down the street from Lincoln Park.
Right.
Word, or is that Kennedy? Well, it's Lincoln Park. Yeah, it had a sand park in there. But I had a lot of fun in Long Island, man. That's where I learned how to play football and lacrosse.
Okay.
You know, Born there.
You played any instruments?
Yeah, I played the trumpet when I was there, but then that went to the trombone when I moved to Staten Island.
What age you
Yeah.
moved to Staten Island?
When I moved to Staten Island, it was 79. So I was 8 years old, I believe. And what's crazy is Kim, New York Oil, from the UMCs, was my best friend
Wow.
in 4th
Blue
grade.
cheese?
He was
Blue
yeah,
cheese?
that was my best friend.
Get up, I don't know.
And
Blue
Sal
cheese.
Massa, I'm talking about we was kids, babies. Sal Massacala was also in our class as well. And Sal, if
Wow.
you people don't know, he was the only black host, in my opinion, the only black host that I saw during the X Games. He used to do all the X Games shit.
Crazy.
Word. And he
Wow.
sent me a class picture. It's on my Instagram.
Oh yeah, Sal, the dark skinned dude with the dress, Sal. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. I know
yes.
Sal.
Another
Yeah.
classmate
I
of
know
mine.
Sal.
Right.
Wow, that's
Like,
crazy.
look at us. We done did things.
That's fire. Shout out to
That's
Sal.
dope.
I know Sal.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
and
That's dope.
there was a group called Trends of Culture.
Intrinsic off and
Of
on.
Off and on.
Off and on. Yeah. Off
dude-
and on.
The dude
Yeah.
Grapevine,
Right.
him and Flex are cousins. They both worked at the Statue of Liberty with me. Me and Ed used to be rhyme partners.
History. That's what I'm
History.
talking
Trends of
about.
culture
That's
was
fire.
nice. I ain't gonna front.
Come on, man.
Yo,
Him
I
and
remember-
Nas, brother Nas, the rebel, on another level. And you
Yeah.
supposed to, I'm gonna crush it
Son.
down to a pebble.
We used
What?
to bump off and on. Off and
A
on.
lot.
Like,
Off and on was awfully on.
Fact.
Word.
Off and on, there it is, baby.
Baby, come
Off and
on,
That
on.
right?
shit all the time, brother. Hell yeah. Intrinsic culture.
I would put them on the bill too and shit. Them and Bush Babies. I used to like Bush Babies.
Bush
I think they were mad at
Babies.
us. So I hope they wasn't.
Wow, Mr. Man.
Yeah, Bush baby.
Yeah, I remember
Babyface.
Mr. Man was super nice.
Babyface, Mr. Man, and I forgot the guy's name.
The light
the
skin.
yellow boy.
Yeah,
the yellow
yeah.
boy.
I
Partner,
forgot
son. Word is born. If you see
Yeah,
this and
partner.
shit, our bad and shit, man.
Babyface, Mr. Man. I forgot his
Word.
name too. He was like the reggae one though. The light
Yeah,
skin.
man.
Yeah, but they had a couple dope songs. What's the shit? The back in the day shit. What was the shit? I remember when.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my shit.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So you gonna make me
The
go on
chat,
my
like, what the
90s
fuck they
stash.
talking about?
Wow,
Y'all don't know, chat. We had variety
Mhm.
back then, man. We had a
Fact.
lot
So
of
much.
variety back
And
then.
see, that's
yo,
the
for
thing
real.
about music back then. To me, like, no disrespect to drill rap. Like, I'm not a big, like, I don't hate on them. I believe that let them have their fun. I'm with the two, but I'm not a fan of
Right.
drill rap. I don't like what it stands for, or what they're using it for. I don't like
What it
what
symbolizes.
it symbolizes,
Real
right?
violence. Yeah.
And so, like, me personally today is just that shit bothers me. And then it sounds like all of it sound alike. Like, there's no
It's all
variety.
redundant, yo. That shit
Like, all
mundane
the
and
beats
redundant.
sound alike, all the cadences sound alike, like everything just sounds alike. And it's just like, that's what gets on my nerve more than anything. Like, I feel like if I buy an album, every song on this motherfucker is gonna be damn near the same thing. And that's what I don't like.
Well, someone's gonna come and break the chain, and it's gonna sound something like that, but they're gonna put a spin on it. If anything, I think Pop Smoke was so fucking pivotal with pushing that genre forward, and that man's voice was just nigga.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it just
Right.
commands a room and shit. And honestly, if I was in that generation and I was choose to emulate someone, it would probably be that, based on the environment that I came from. I mean, I'm not making excuses for these shorties or nothing, but I understand. You know what I mean? And they just speaking to their audience. That's all that shit is. That shit ain't for everybody. So you got people that are attracted to it that aren't really about that life. Then they get caught up in it, and then the reality becomes too real for them, to the point where it's like, Oh shit! I had no fucking idea these niggas was real. Most rappers lie, and they do, and they do.
Right. Right.
But some of these niggas is fucking. I'm telling you, like you got people that are product of parents on drugs and shit like that, you know. And
Right.
and again, that's no excuse either because you have children that grow up out of urban areas that have problems as well, mentally and things of that nature. But these
Mm-hmm.
kids have PTSD the same way we did. How we got through it, blessings and love from certain mentors and things of that nature. Or you had somebody cool that got you a job and shit, and it took you off the block for a minute. However you
Mm-hmm.
got it and shit. But a lot of these motherfuckers don't even go to school.
Oh yeah, they
My
definitely
nephew,
don't.
my nephew had a line in one of his rhymes that was so real. It's like the shit almost brought a tear to my eye. The nigga was like, he got a nigga that can't count, but he can stitch a wound.
That's crazy.
So they the
That's
product of that right there, right? So you gonna tell them niggas, nah, y'all can't be doing this kind of music and shit. Knowing that when we was products of our environment, what kind of music was we doing?
the shit we was
Right.
doing.
Right.
Right. The biggest problem that I have with it, this shit is being acted on in such a manner that we are viewed as animals.
Mm.
And
And
that's a whole
they're
fact.
making that the standard when all of us in the genre knows that's just a genre. That's not the full element of hip hop right there. That's a genre of hip hop. The
That's a
same way country can
phase.
have country contemporary, country adult, and all this stuff. That's a genre of it.
Right.
That's why it has a name, drill rap. T.I. and them, they had a genre of hip hop. It was called
Trap.
trap,
Trap music. Yeah.
right?
Trap.
Mm-hmm.
Young John, Lil Jon had a genre of music, crunk.
Crunk.
It was a product of their environment. It was not for us to motherfucking understand alike. It was for us to say, that's they hip hop. That's hip hop too. We got to accept
Mm-hmm.
all that shit, the bad and the good. Why? Because it's
Or
products of
indifferent.
us. We the foundation of all that shit. And that's where niggas draw the line and have a problem with it because it's like the foundation wasn't like that. Where did this shit come from? I'll tell you where it came from. It came from the progression of times and the situations of the people staying the same.
Mm.
Everything else is progressing, but the ghetto stayed the same.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
Right.
Absolutely,
let
yo.
them tell their stories, let them tell their war stories. But when they start acting on shit, this is where OGs have to step in and be like, listen, man, y'all
You're doing too
motherfuckers
much.
found an escape and you closing the door on it.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Talk your shit. But know the circumstances of you talking your shit and stand
And
on it.
acting it out. Mm-hmm.
Stand on
Right.
it.
And
Fact.
stand on it. Because I'm going to be honest with these niggas, man. All that shit is glamorous and shit to some of these motherfuckers out there, but you ain't getting booked for no shows. They not
Nope.
booking y'all niggas, man. And the shows that you do get, you already know. If you got to come strapped to a fucking show, nigga, that you shouldn't be there.
That's a fact.
Right.
You
That's a
Exactly.
going to
fact.
get money. How many niggas you know get strapped to go to their fucking Wall Street job or get strapped to go fucking flip burgers at McDonald's? That's your job,
Right.
man.
That's a whole facts plus tax to put it that way.
Word.
And we not preaching to the youth or nothing like that, man. We just teaching the truth to the young black youth, man. This shit is a pattern of destruction and a circle of a vicious circle that's going to continue to happen until we progress like everybody else.
Mm-hmm. The vicious cycle. I say it all the time.
Nah, that's a fact though. You know.
But you're not going to tell me. You're not going to tell a kid that his moms and pops and shit been on dope fiends all his life and shit, and he ain't never had a fucking pair of up-to-date shoes. He had to fight everybody for teasing them and shit like that, and he finally getting some money, and you gonna tell him to watch what he say? Watch what he do? He ain't got no training like that.
Right. He doing what he know.
He doing
Right.
what he know, but the lesson is the consequence of doing what he know. And a lot of times, niggas, dudes, there's some dudes that know how to move. There's some dudes, I know y'all got a dude around your way that you know been doing dirt since you was in your teenage years and he ain't never did a lick of jail.
Yeah. No, a couple of them.
So if you in the death game and you in the murder game, that ain't the type of shit you should talk about. That's just my opinion, though. If you in the death game and the murder game, the less people know about it, the less chance you have of being caught.
Right, the less attention is drawn to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And that's another thing they was saying about this Juve. A lot of these, they was using Twitter talking about the crimes they was committing and all that, like singing about it in songs after murders
You
being
can't
committed.
even use that, but you can't use
they-
that shit in court. You can't use that shit in court, but if it's anything, it's dry snitching.
That's what it is. There's a whole lot of that in the songs. You know what I mean? They send there to my niggas as packs and that shit amplified. Not only that, it's amplifying whoever they talking about. His people's over there getting riled up now. Like this causing little wars. That's the part I don't like.
Shit is retaliatory rap. Like it shit is stupid.
But they can't use that shit unless a crime is actually committed. So
right.
You understand? So them niggas can talk all that shit they want to talk and shit. All they do is put an eye on them. And some niggas like that shit. That shit is clout for them and shit. Like, yeah, the feds.
Clout.
Attention
You
whores.
know what I mean?
Clout.
I remember I was younger and shit. When I first started hustling. It was like my 20, 22. I only did it because I had to. Because I lost my job or whatever and shit. I'm just trying to survive. Whatever. One day cop come through. Say my name. He got to say my name on the, what's the face? Calls me a bum and shit. So, you know, I'm kind of laughing and shit. And my man, I'll never forget this, my man Shane, Eric, looked at me and shit and was like, you like that? I was like what? He's like, you like that they know your name? And it hit me, and I said to myself, like, wow, yeah, that's some dumb shit right there.
Right. Right.
But see, a lot of them niggas don't have that moment where somebody look at them and be like, nigga, let's rationalize this shit real fast.
Right,
The
right.
cops know your name, stupid. You next. That kind of shit. And this is wild because the cop that did it, right? Years later, you know, on some Method Man and Redman shit, we going to the MTV Awards. Never forget this shit. So you know how they barricade the street right in front of Radio City Music Hall and they only let the cars in that
had 6th Avenue jammed up.
Yes. So they only let through certain cars and shit. So our car comes to the blue shit. Nobody's there at first. We beep the horn and shit. Cop come over. It's the cop that said that shit on the speaker.
Wow.
I don't want to say it. I'll just say Elvis because that's not his real name. And no lie, right? I rolled the window down because I recognized him and I looked at him and he kind of gave me a head nod like that and a smile. And I kind of head nodded back to him and smiled and shit. Little camaraderie. Turned out, well, you know, it just, you know, it was just a moment for me and shit. Yeah, like a full circle moment for me and shit.
It was
you
a
know?
moment for him too. Like, damn it.
I used to harass this nigga. I could have got this motherfucker.
Right.
Changed his life.
And
that
now
kind of shit.
You living way better than he. He probably, you know what I mean? Same job.
Oh, he was a white shirt.
Right.
Oh, this motherfucker, he was a white shirt. He had stripes and all that shit. When he was fucking with me, he was a beat cop.
He better by now.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You in his eyes, you was the living, you exemplified, I'm never going back. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what that was.
And to me, it exemplified, you ain't get this one. You lost one here. You ain't get this
exactly. One. Like, fuck out of here,
nigga.
Yeah,
but you know, it's crazy how life work and shit. And I want these young niggas to live long enough to do something like that.
Hey, yo, they think y'all pre-recorded. Yo, they need y'all to read the super chats, right?
Niggas said we pre-recorded. Yo, shout out
shit.
P. Smith.
They wanted,
like,
somebody said they wanted to know who had the fucking best verse on Triumph too. I saw that shit somewhere.
See, so we not pre-recorded, goddamn it. He peeped that, but we in conversation. So
I say
chill out.
Jizza and Chef and my boss say no way. Your boss is right. Because that got the verse of the century. There's nothing that can top that right there. And just as nasty, like super duper nasty. And we already know what Chef could do, 5 mic type shit. But no, Inspector Deck, man, I'll put money on that. Any place, anytime, anywhere, man. Nobody used. It's funny how I seen the Shiggy shit, and I thought the shit was funny. I think he's hilarious. But when people were making references to like Wu-Tang and shit like that,
Yo, I
that shit
hated
had
that
me.
shit.
That shit
I
got
hated
me in
that
my
shit.
feelings a little because I was like, we never did that. But then it had me thinking
Yeah,
like, I can imagine someone nowadays hearing Dex say what he said and not really grasping on to it, just hearing a lot of big words. When he was
mm-hmm.
actually dropping some shit in that moment.
A
We're gonna
lot of
get
niggas
swayed
ain't
back in a
articulate
minute.
out here. That's what it is. Niggas ain't
That too.
articulate, me.
That too, but it's like, when you got to go on your dictionary to understand what a nigga saying, yeah, you should have paid attention a little more. For real.
My phone died.
Nigga said the truth was optical. The truth was optical. It was optical. Like, get the fuck out of here. I hated that shit, yo.
No, I thought that shit was funny, man. He funny. I like
And
Shiggy.
he
I like him
performed
a
that
lot.
shit live. He performed that shit live at the Blue Note.
I would have died. I would have died.
Yo, the fuck? Nigga
Nigga,
perform that shit live at the Blue Note, my nigga.
I would have died. He's talented, man. He's funny too, man. I like
Nah, shout out to
Shiggy,
Shiggy Show. He a dancing fool for that shit, yo.
Niggas,
A bubble
yo,
the
when I
bobble.
talk about 90s though, yo, it was a lot of that shit going on. I'm serious, man. There's a lot of niggas they make it past 90, 91.
Son, the 90s was like my favorite ever in hip hop.
It's the best era
Absolutely.
in hip hop. It's the
Absolutely. It
best
sure
spoke to
was.
era.
our
I don't care
hearts.
what nobody
But
say. The
let's
90s
be
was
honest.
the best era in hip hop, yo.
Let's
Yeah, when niggas was getting a lot of deals and shit, but let's be honest, everybody wasn't goof. It was some
Nah,
real
I
cheesy
say from
shit out there,
from
nigga.
93 to 03. That's a good era. 10 years era.
from 93 to 03.
Yeah.
2000s, niggas was tearing it up, man. Number one music, by 99, number one music in the world. So yes, I agree.
yeah, because
I agree.
even OC Jewel's album was out around that time too. That shit was fire. That was one of
Yeah.
my favorite albums. That OC Jewel's album.
Speaking
Yeah.
of that,
Fire.
Meth, which one? Name an album that you thought was fire that you thought should have blew up a little bit more.
It did blow up. Snoop shit. We used to play that. No, when I tell you we was on the road too. We used to play that shit in the CD player, and we had a 15-passenger van, so everybody had to hear it. I knew that shit front to back, back to front. Like Snoop killed that first album, man. Him and Dre, and they got some new shit coming. Y'all heard it here first.
What?
Shit is fire. I done heard like 3 joints.
Next
When
month.
Snoop and Dre get together, nigga, like Snoop
So
just be leaving Earth on some
what?
shits, man. And I'm telling you, y'all gonna hear Snoop Dogg and be like, oh shit, him and Dre in there cooking.
Nah, that's what's up. We've been waiting for a new Dre project since Detox. Like we still
Well, you
waiting.
about to get this. Well, if y'all see the moves that Snoop making, this is why I love. Oh man, he's such a real nigga. Dog Pound, he just put out the shit with RBX, Rage, and them. He getting niggas
I
back their
heard that.
royalties. He getting niggas. Niggas think he just bought Death Row on. He giving niggas back they fucking royalties, man.
That's
I
fire.
love Snoop for that. That shit is dope, nigga. That shit is dope. That's when you really boss. That's the boss dog right there.
Right.
Boss.
Right. Now
Shout out to Dabs Dilly. Shout out to my nigga Corrupt Kingpin. What's that?
Yo,
Right.
listen. A couple tweets ago, I was about to say it, but we was talking, but somebody had asked who you think got the best verse on Triumph.
Yeah, I already know. It's Inspector Deck. I don't care. Undisputable. I told niggas already. Just as nice. Chef
Right.
do his numbers, but nah, B, your boss is right, brother. That's it. That's it. We restoring order right now. Inspector Deck. Best verse of the decade. I mean, best verse of the century, quarter of a century. Hip hop, what, 30 now? No, 50 now, right?
50.
Fuck that. 50 years. I ain't heard nothing yet that top that shit. But that's just my opinion. This
Right.
road's getting small as a motherfucker, too. People gonna clown me. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, you got a new project coming out too?
Me and Havoc. Me and Havoc,
What?
Big Havoc. Yes, sir.
Woo, he doing all the production, or there's like joint production as well.
He did all the production.
Top
Yeah, it's a
5
COVID
rappers.
album. It's a COVID
Top
album,
5
but
meth rappers, dead or alive.
Y'all
top
revamping it.
5 meth rappers, dead or alive.
The top 5 rappers to you, dead or alive.
Are y'all gonna do this? I'm gonna say what I always say: Deck, Redman, Deck.
That's fire. Nah,
I
Redman
put
always
Funk
been one of
Doc
my
up.
favorites.
Hey,
My
hey.
nigga said deck, Redman, deck. Fire. Shout out to my nigga Reggie Noble. That's what's up.
Forever.
That's dope.
Yo, will y'all ever do a fan said, will y'all ever do a Blackout 3?
I want to, but I need that Money Waters 2 first. Doc they don't want to pull the trigger yet. Doc
Yeah,
don't
what's
want to pull
up?
the trigger yet.
Yo, tell Doc, what's up with this Muddy Water 3, B? What he doing?
Well, you know what it is though? I think he's grown so much over the years and shit, and I'm talking about since he started it, which is about 3 years ago, that you start to second guess your vision.
Right.
So he's finding himself right now, and I applaud him for it, man. Keep going, Doc. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day and shit, when Muddy Waters 2 does come, it's gonna be fire.
I can't wait because Muddy Waters the first one.
Yo,
Yeah,
son,
right?
Muddy Waters is my favorite hip hop album by Mel Rapper.
That shit right there, man. Look, let me tell you, like front to back. You know what I'm saying?
Front to back,
Front
yo.
to back, man.
I don't go past no
That was
songs.
one of our soundtracks when we lived in Philly.
I don't go past no songs. I can play it all the way through till this day. To this day, dog.
Nice.
To this
Nice.
day. I can play
To
that
this day.
all the way through.
I still
Oh,
listen
the
to There
mother.
Is a Dark Side. There Is a Dark Side is slept on. I still listen to that one too, man.
That was our shit too. Like that. What? Oh, come
There
on.
was a
From
Dark
the
Side?
intro,
Yeah.
from the
There's a
intro and
Dark
all
Side.
that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Nah,
If there's
there was a
Yo,
Dark
anybody that
Side.
represents Jersey besides Do It All Do, shout out to Mr. Do It All Do. Redman is right up there, man. I'm serious, man.
Nah,
Jersey,
black.
like he
Lords
ain't
of the
changed one
Underground,
bit.
B.
That is my
And-
guy.
From the Lords.
You
And
heard?
his longevity, he been around for a long time. Red been one of those.
If I
You know
got
what I mean?
anything to say about it, yeah, he gonna be around a long, long fucking time.
That's
Please
what's
believe
up.
me.
And
As a
truthfully,
favor, can you get him on the show? Like, can we get Red? Matter of fact, can we get you and Red on the show?
That could be possible.
got-
I can speak for but I'm gonna speak for myself as a man. I'll do it. Yeah, I just gotta
That's
get
fire.
Doc on board.
Because we have some collaborative questions for the both of y'all.
Yeah.
nah,
I
I
mean-
keep it real. You and Doc showed me some of the best shows I ever been to in my life, bro.
Thank you,
And
family.
that's coming from a nigga that, love performing myself, love going to. Nah, y'all niggas shows is. Yo, you don't
We
be
still
doing the
be
walking
having
on
fun.
hands things no more? I remember
Huh?
the first time I ever
Nah, I
seen you
ain't
perform.
doing that shit no more.
The first time I ever seen you perform live, you did that shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck is that, bro?
Word.
That's some shit I never seen before, B. That was crazy to me. And
Yeah, I was the originator of that shit. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I've seen imitators, but none better than the originator.
yo,
Right.
you a trusting ass nigga. Them niggas holding your ass, you walking on hands and shit. That shit different.
Yeah, I'm paranoid now. I'm done. Niggas dropped me just to say they did it.
Hey, yo, Meth, did you see the Lux and Rum battle? I mean, Lux and Rum.
No, I ain't see Lux and Rum. Told you I ain't been watching them battles.
Nah, that's definitely a new one to look out for, though.
Okay, nice.
But yo, we got this thing we do called Whack Bar of the Week,
Yes, we do.
and it's about that time.
Yeah, I mean,
It's all opinionated. It's all opinionated.
It's all
You might like the
opinionated.
bar. You might like the bar, man. You never
You
know.
might fuck with it. Word, don't you? Might fuck with it.
This was a fan sent in bar, so somebody thought it was whack, and it felt like we should broadcast it. So, it's all opinionated. It's all opinionated.
It's all opinionated.
It is now
So
time
it is now
for
time for
Whack Bar of the Week.
Week.
Expecting high casualties, I ain't come to greet them. I go to where you stay, Jersey. Give them that World War treatment. I need a visual on target. I knew I could beat them, so we stormed the shore, look around. Okinawa, see them, shotgun and shot.
Huh?
I
Play that
didn't
again, cause
understand. Yeah.
I
I'm a
understand.
little lost. Hold on, play it again.
One more time.
Expecting high casualties, I ain't come to greet them. I go to where you stay. Jersey, give them that World War treatment. I need a visual on target. I knew I could beat them. So we stormed the shore, look around. Okinawa, see them. Shotgun and shot.
Okinawa see him.
Was that a play of Okinawa?
Oh, okay. Now
Yeah,
I
he's
see
supposed to.
him.
He's
Okay,
trying to
now-
say Okinawa. I see him.
Yeah,
Like Okinawa.
No, and okay now.
Okay, now I see
Yeah,
him.
we
But
get
it's
that. We get
Okinawa.
okay now, but it's based off of Okinawa, nigga. We know what the fuck.
Okay.
Right.
Okinawa.
Okay, now I see.
Okinawa. And the Okinawa.
We stormed the shores.
Okinawa, man, not Okinawa. What's wrong with you?
Okay, now I see him. Okinawa, I see him.
Okinawa.
Based off of Okinawa.
Basically, the Y part supposed to represent I. Okay, now I
I
see him.
see, right.
But he said Okinawa. Yeah, I
It's a
can see
little
why
bit
they
of a
sent it in.
reach. It's a little bit of a reach, but
It's a little bit of a reach.
he
He was battling Twerk, so he put a lot of thought into that.
yeah.
Okay,
I don't
now I
wanna
see him.
I don't wanna discredit
That's an
nobody
Okinawa
creativity,
beach.
Nah, you good?
but it's more or less I would say that I seen his vision, but he probably didn't say it out loud first. He probably was saying, I don't know.
Yeah, he ain't think nobody said nah, chill. That's what happened. Nobody said
Wow.
nah, chill. Don't do that. Okinawa.
I would hope.
Nigga said, okay, now I feel.
Nigga said Okinawa. Okinawa, see him. He did the scope shit. Like, Okinawa.
He did
That
an
was the shit, though,
Okinawa
B.
beat. He did an Okinawa beat scheme and said, okay, now I feel.
I mean,
Yeah.
I honestly, I ain't mad at the bars, just the reach that I'm kind of mad at. I
Right,
see what he was
right.
trying to do there. He needed to
Okay,
read the
now,
room
Meth,
because
I
that's
see
work.
you.
I mean, that's work.
Right. You got
Okay,
Twerk.
now, Meth, I see you.
Okay, so let's say this. Let's say if Twerk said that bar, right?
Right.
And I'm not
It
saying,
would
I
have been
mean,
a super duper reach.
but how you think the
Because he
crowd?
put super emphasis on that shit. He would have
he
been
did.
like, okay, now I see you. Like, he would have been crazy. Like,
He tried to act it out.
So the crowd kind of reacted to it though. The
I
crowd
see the
kind of
play that
crowd
shit
react to a
again.
lot of
Play that
crazy
shit again, yo.
Expecting high casualties, I ain't come to greet them. I go to where you stay. Jersey, give them that World War treatment. I need a visual on target. I knew I could beat them. So we stormed the shore, look around. Okinawa, see them. Shotgun and shot.
Okay,
Yeah, he
now
got a
I see
ooh.
him.
He got a ooh.
He got a
He got a
move.
ooh. He got a
He got a
ooh.
few oohs. They're like
Nigga
ooh.
say he got a ooh.
Yeah, he got a
He
ooh.
got some ooh. So I'm saying that brings me back to what if Twerk said it? You think it would have shook the room?
Of course, because it's Twerk saying it.
Because it was Twerk saying it. But because
Right.
it's him saying it, I don't know. I mean,
That shit was
I would need a
dismal.
better one. I would need a better one because I'm not gonna fuck with his creativity right now. I see what he was trying to do. It was a little.
You go
reach,
fuck
though.
with his
Mev,
creativity.
you a nice guy, B. You a nice guy.
I like to think
I'll
so.
fuck with. Okay,
Go ahead,
now
tell
I
me.
see you.
You wild.
Yeah, you know this Ike Norm right here.
Yeah, I already know.
Nigga said, okay, now I see you. Like Okinawa beach scheme. We stormed the shores. Like, you know Okinawa Beach in World War II. Okay, now I
get it.
see you.
Listen.
You a wild boy.
Yo, Mev, real quick, you
What
got
the
anything
fuck,
coming
man?
up? Any movies, new movies to look out for, new projects, new shows?
I did a
Anything to
joint
warn
with
the people about?
I did a joint with Michael Jai White. It's pretty dope. Should be out soon. It's called Trouble Man. I also did a joint with Joe Carnahan, Kerry Washington, Omar Sy, Divine Joy, called I don't know what the name. Well, my God, what's the name of this fucking Shadow Force? Okay, Shadow Force, but I don't know if that's gonna be the name of it when it comes out.
That's a
Um,
sci-fi flick. That's some sci-fi shit.
no. It's actually some action movie shit. That's what he do. The director directed Cop Shop. He directed Narc.
Oh,
And he
okay.
Mm.
did Smoking Aces.
Oh,
Ooh, okay,
oh,
okay,
He
okay.
didn't
We
do
got something
part
to
two
look
though.
forward to.
He
Yeah,
won't
I'm
take
glad he
credit for
didn't,
part
cause
two at
that
all.
shit was shit. I'm glad he
Word.
didn't touch that. That shit was shit. All right, so we got something to look forward to. That's fire.
They say
fire.
Mount Rushmore, west, east, south, north, then and now. I can't do that. That would take way too much time, Brody.
Yeah, P. Dot
Nah,
Smith. He
man.
want a diagram of shit. Shout out to
Like,
you though.
nah. I like I
That
like
nigga
I
want a
like
whole
uh
like.
I like Mount Westmore though. Snoop, Ice Cube, E40 and Short Dog. They got some bumps.
All
I
right,
like they
then.
shit.
Mount Westmore. That's fire.
Mount
Word.
Westmore. That's fire.
Ask Math, how was it working with Conway the Machine? I fucks with Conway. It's always a pleasure. He always send me fire too. So
Right.
yeah,
Mm.
it's always a pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
He
I
make
ain't
it
gonna
easy
front.
for me.
I like when you collaborate with them too.
Well, they
Shit.
make it easy for me because the beats they send me, it's like, yeah, thank you. Because a lot of times,
Right.
I'm not gonna say a lot of times, there are a few times where I'll misjudge a beat, not like it, but I'll still write to it, and the shit turn out to be hot as fuck. So I won't go there with it. But there have been times where I've questioned people's choices for me on their to feature on their projects and shit, but never with this dude. Like every fucking time.
Yo, there's this new
Fire.
song I'll be hearing you on with this dude named Marlon Craft. I fucking love that song.
Marlon is dope, man. I don't think he gets his just due as well. He's so much a student of the game. Like he is a New York MC.
Right,
I'm gonna
Mm.
leave it at that. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do
right.
with what he looked like or any. He a New York MC. Yeah,
I
man.
love it.
I give credit with credit. I use that a lot. Credit where credit is due, and I promote excellence. And he's an excellent dude, man. He
Fire.
studied
Yeah.
his craft.
Yo, you know what I meant to ask you, B? I know a while ago you was kind of campaigning to be in a Marvel movie or something like that. Is that a go yet, or can you mention that?
I learned the lesson there. That is tacky. Like
Because I
actors
know you're a
don't.
comic book head. I'm a comic book head.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we
I
both
did
are. We
that with
definitely
that
are.
intention, right? But like they have unwritten rules in baseball, certain shit that we wouldn't understand because we're not baseball players or even watch baseball. Like a person may flip a bat a certain way and the pitcher try and beanball the next fucking hitter because he disrespected him with the bat flip.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That what were we talking about? Shit, I fucking lost it. I this week. Good as
The
shit.
Marvel.
All right. So now there's an unwritten rule. Pardon me, Pete. Go ahead. I fuck you, nigga.
Yo,
I'm old, nigga.
for a
That's
stellar
that good
act,
ass
for you
weed.
to listen, for you to be a stellar actor, you got great short term memory loss.
That's
It's past my bedtime, nigga.
that's that iron lung.
Oh shit. But with the Marvel shit, especially in the business, actors don't do shit like that. It's like if you don't get called for an audition, that's what it is. But other than that, you don't use social media to get a part
Mm-hmm.
or to win over a production company. There's nuances that come along with this shit, and that's not one of them. It's kind of tacky or kind of tactless.
Mm.
So I honestly believe that I can contribute a lot, and I believe there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way, that they can contribute a lot to Marvel or any comic book genre for that case. But my heart is really with creating new characters that are basically grounded and are black. Let's create our own fucking heroes
Right, exactly.
like that. Like if you think back, who was our action heroes? And let's take Wesley Snipes out of the equation because Wesley is he's more than action.
Take my
I've
uncle
seen
out
him
the
do
picture.
so many more things than just action films, even though he
Right.
ill at it. Who was our black action star? Michael Jai White is one for me. But when you think of Michael
Carl
Jai
Weathers.
White's career,
Rest
Michael
in peace.
Jai White is better than let's say, the budgets they give him for his productions. If they gave him bigger budgets, I'm positive Michael Jai White could go, and it's not even with a bigger budget, just more of a budget where it's respectful enough of him and his technique and his dues that he's paid in the game. And you take a dude like that, especially with all that experience, and put him behind the camera and let him do his thing with the right budget, man. I kind of lost.
I keep it real. As a martial artist, I respect Michael Jai White a lot. I actually
black
want to
action
meet
heroes.
that dude.
Who do we have? Because they got Schwarzenegger, Stallone, so many. Who did we have? If you take Wesley and Jai out of it,
you talking about? Right, Ike mentioned Carl Weathers. We had Action Jackson back in the days.
Action Jackson. I'll take Carl Weathers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Carl Weathers.
Rest in paradise.
I mean?
But he was never a lead.
Williams.
He did get he was never that lead, though. He was never a
True.
lead except for Action Jackson, which was a vehicle for him, which bombed at the box office.
Oh,
but we loved
and
it.
Nighthawks with him and Sylvester Stallone. Nighthawks was fire.
But he was not the lead.
Age.
He was not the lead, even though he was in the movie. You could check the marquee. It would have Stallone's name
and then his
top
name.
billing. He was not the lead.
Absolutely.
So when we think about that, and we think over time, especially how great a movie like Black Panther did, and I attribute a lot of that to the dedication of actors like Chadwick Boseman. Matter of fact, that whole cast and the director. There is space for us to create these characters and for them to be viable and marketable in this industry today. Showing my age, but fuck that. Yeah, that's that Davis McLean shit.
Yeah. Fuck that. We had Axel Foley.
Right. Oh, but even
we had Axel Foley, man.
Even with Eddie, you can't put Eddie in that box because Eddie has done so many other things. But yes, he was the action guy for a second, and it's hard for a comedian to do something like that, especially. Okay, let's take Kevin Hart, for instance. Love Kevin. Funny dude. Right. When he did the that airplane movie, the heist movie, I thought it was excellent. And he did a great fucking job. But it was hard for me to differentiate his character in that movie from the self-deprecating comedian on stage. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
I'm saying he did great in that movie. Great. But it was hard for me to fathom him outside of his self-deprecating.
Copy.
That makes sense.
You can
makes
take
sense. Perfect.
Are we on? Yeah. You can take someone like a Jim Carrey who transitioned very well.
Different. You can definitely see the you can see the transition.
And the range. His range is crazy.
Right. Bob Odenkirk. Fucking the dude who did Better Call Saul. The movie Nobody? That movie Nobody?
Right.
Fire.
Killed that shit, right?
Fire.
And I'm hoping, like I said, even with Kevin, if Kevin can transition, I'm hoping he could do that because Kevin's in great shape. He's dedicated to the art. He knows what he's doing. He knows his craft. And for him to transition like that, it opens the door for so many others to do the same. Because whether anybody wants to admit it or not, Dave Chappelle is that nigga. But Kevin Hart is that guy.
Don't tell Cat Williams that.
I know, I won't tell Cat that. Cat is us. Cat is an anomaly, period. That is what it is. And Cat would understand that.
Right. Yo, Meth, B, I appreciate you, brother, more than anything, bro. I appreciate you giving us your time. I know you're busy as hell.
Word, definitely appreciate your time, man. Word to mother, yo.
And we will be in tune with everything you do.
Yes, sir.
I would ask for some spoilers, but nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
But what I'm gonna ask for,
but hold on, right? But what I'm gonna ask for, can I get one of them Tikal boxes though?
Yes, we're gonna try and get you one, right? We're gonna try and get you one when the paths cross. I surprised Swave with his.
Yeah, I got mine.
Yeah, I mean, I need to get surprised too. Surprise, surprise.
All right, I got you, top five. I got you.
Hey, yo,
I
who's
got
the
you,
chick?
top
Appreciate
five.
you, Hat.
Yeah,
Who's the
you got
Appreciate
that.
you,
See?
Hat.
Who's the chick? That
Yeah.
hey, yo, Ike.
Flex, nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Ike. Who's the chick that you said you wanted to have her say for meth?
Oh, Cat Feeney, our people's Cat Feeney, our longtime friend. She wanted
Oh
you to
yeah,
give her a
Cat
shout out
Feet, yo,
because
Meth.
she one of your hardest, one of your biggest fans, yo.
Yo,
Word.
listen, can you please shout out Kathleen Feeney, bro? She's been loving you since we was in college, my nigga. Like,
Absolutely, word. Since
my nigga.
9-7.
Before
Hey,
I
yo.
knew you, she made me promise I was gonna introduce you to her.
All right, I got you. All right, check it. Catherine Feeney. What's
Kathleen.
going up? Kathleen? Oh, I done
Yeah.
fucked it up already. The experience gone. It's fucked up now. I ain't got to do it. I done fucked it up.
Still the same shit,
Kathleen
though,
Feeney? I got
Catherine.
you. I got you.
Right.
Look, Kathleen Feeney, heard you was a lifelong fan. I fucks with you heavy and shit. Swave knew you since college. I ain't know that nigga was that educated. That's what's up. Salute to you, Kathleen, and like I always say, Wu-Tang forever, you heard?
Yo,
My
Meth,
nigga,
I
that's what's
appreciate
up.
you, brother. I thank you, man.
Salute. You know how we do.
Salute, man. Let me know in the next show in New York. I'm pulling up.
You gonna know
Exactly.
before me. You gotta hit me early though. You know how that shit go.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up too. Word.
I ain't gonna have a box for you. Now you really gonna
My
pull up,
God.
right? Like I'm coming to get you.
He definitely gonna come now.
I'm still gonna pull up regardless because of the, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Nigga, Meth, good looking, brother.
Word,
Salute, top
definitely.
five.
Enjoy. Appreciate you, yo.
Yes, sir.
Word. Dope shit, yo. Shout out
Dope
to Method
shit,
Man
dope
forever,
shit.
man. You know what I mean? It's dope how we grew up being fans of them and they become fans of us. So that's really dope, man. Like,
And then they
things will turn
become
in great
family
ways.
to us. Like, that
Yeah,
nigga like a
like the
brother to
tables
me
turn in
now.
great ways. Word. Shout out to Method Man, man. That's dope. Dope shit, yo. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Meth. Be a real one.
Word, B. Hey, yo, we got Fireball of the Week, yo.
Do we?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Next week we'll have one. I'll make sure I
Yup.
find one early. Unless somebody want to
Any
send them
any
in,
cards
I know where
coming
to
up we
send
want
it.
to talk about? Any cards coming up next week or anything else? Anything coming up?
That Marv and Big K battle this Friday. Y'all have one.
Marv and Big K battle in Alaska this Friday.
Fire.
Shout out to Marv 1 and shout out
That's
to Big K.
fire.
About to ruin your day.
What league is that on?
Ruin your day.
Hold on. Your day.
Hold on.
Fire.
In Alaska.
Fire.
Yo, wasn't you supposed to host some shit out there one time? What happened to that?
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Shit didn't fall through. So, you know, it's cool. But shout out to them, though.
The league is AKO Farms and Ace Cannabis presents.
Yeah, shout out to them for even reaching out.
AKO Farms and Ace Cannabis presents.
Not familiar.
You know what I mean?
Must be a
Shout
weed
out to
strain
them,
company or
that's what's
something that they out there working with or something.
Yo, once again, I want to say thank you to Method Man, man. Nigga
Likewise,
busy.
word.
Y'all niggas tuning in to Power. You know what I mean? We got a couple episodes left, but this is gonna pause and come back in September. And this is the final season, so make sure y'all stay, you know what I mean, in tune.
Tune in the Ghost. Give me tune in the Ghost.
I actually, you know, sometimes I can predict these shits. I'm actually don't know what's gonna happen with this right now. Like I'm kind of along for the ride. Pause. Your face crazy, nigga. Yo, anyway, this has been another episode of Restore Order, man. You know what time it is.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Yo, I love the weekend. Once again, I love the weekend we had, my nigga.
Facts indeed. We needed that. We got. That's gonna start becoming a little thing too. That's not the last one. We got to do that often. The fellas, we need that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean Myrtle Beach.
Shout out to Reek. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to Pro. Shout out to Lil Mo.
Word.
Word. We have
Shout
fun.
out Christina as well, B. You know what I mean? We lit.
Yeah.
We lit.
And on that note,
be
I holla.
you know what I mean? Y'all be good out there. Y'all have a safe week, prosperous week. Stay cool because it's going to be very hot this week. And please wash your ass. No skipsies. You understand me? You heard? Restore order. Y'all be easy.
Yeah. Sour Meats Twins.
DJ Status.
Hey yo, the twins is here with valid topics and some solid discussions. Shining light on talent, the bullshit we're confronting. Sharing the news, comparing point of views and opinions. Staying in tune with the current state of the culture we live in. From sports to fashion, it's all about the craft with a passion. Life, music, current events, and main attractions. Shape up and get shipped out, we're here to forewarn you. I better get right or